Hello everyone and welcome to today's video. In this one, I'll be presenting my official ranked play guide for Call of Duty Vanguard. So if you guys weren't already aware, about 2 days ago, the official ranked play beta mode did end up going live in Vanguard, and overall, it's a lot of fun, and if you're interested in the CDL, it's honestly a really good mode to play. However, with that being said, the rules might be a little bit confusing to newer players, especially when you're talking about how the ranking system will be working, how skill divisions work, and all kinds of things like that, and that's what I'm going to be discussing in today's video. So with that being said, if you guys want to enjoy today's video, or if you find it useful, make sure you leave a like on it down below, as well as subscribe and turn on post notifications, so that way you guys will not miss any of the latest and greatest Call of Duty news, class ups, intel, and so much more. So yeah, without further ado, let's dive right into it. And alright guys, so as you can see, we're over here in the official ranked play mode of Call of Duty Vanguard, and right now, I want to talk about how the ranking system, as well as how the skill divisions are going to be working here in ranked play. So first and foremost, the very first time that you open up ranked play in Vanguard, you are going to be prompted to complete 5 preliminary matches. Now, these matches are very important, as depending on how well you perform in these matches will depend on what skill division you are going to be placed into. Interestingly enough, there are actually 7 different skill divisions, being Contender, Specialist, Advanced, Expert, Elite, Master, and finally Challenger. However, it goes a little bit deeper than that, as every single skill division actually has 5 separate ranks. For example, the absolute lowest skill division that you can be put into is Contender level 5. However, the second lowest is Contender level 4. Then it goes Contender level 3, level 2, and then level 1. Then it goes Specialist level 5, Specialist level 4, and so on and so forth until you reach the absolute highest skill division, which is Challenger level 1. Now that's all fine and good. However, if you want to increase your skill division, all you have to do is win matches. As it states, your skill division represents ranked play ability. Win matches to earn SR and progress through skill divisions and tiers. And alright, so those are the skill divisions. Now let's actually talk about the ranks, because interestingly enough, in ranked play, there are 50 overall ranks, and there are 5 separate icons that represent 10 ranks each. For example, the first 10 are represented by the spider, second 10 are represented by the cobra, third 10 are represented by the pig, the fourth set of 10 is represented by the gorilla, and finally the last set of 10 is represented by the dragon. Now that's all fun and good, however now you might be wondering, how exactly do you increase your rank? So interestingly enough, once you have your skill division set, you then are going to be placed into a ladder, which as you guys can see over here, and the ladder is a group of 50 players that are in a very similar skill range, and depending on how high you place up on the ladder will determine how many stars you are going to be earning, and then naturally the more stars that you get, the higher rank you are going to be. So just as an example, I'm currently rank 1. And as you can see, I need 3 stars to make it up to rank 2. And then if we move over to the ladder, as you can see, if I place first place in the ladder, I'm going to be getting 5 placement stars, which means I'll have the 3 to make it up to rank 2. And then I'm also going to be having 2 stars left over, which means I'll be well on my way to rank 3 by that point. However, that's if I finish first place in my ladder. If I finish in the top 5, I am going to be getting 4 placement stars. If I finish in the top 10, I am going to be getting 3. If I place in the top 25, I am going to be getting 2. And if I place in the top 50, I am going to be getting 1. So at the very least, I'm going to be getting 1 star. However, the better I do, the more stars I am going to be getting, which means the higher rank I am going to be. Now, interestingly enough, there are actually 2 different ladders per week. One of them is the weekday ladder and the other one is the weekend ladder. As you can see, I'm over here in the weekend ladder, which as you can see is going to be lasting for another 42 hours, which means I have 42 hours to place as high as I possibly can in this ladder, and then once it ends, I am going to be getting my stars, and then the weekday ladder is going to be starting, and this starts all over again. So as you can see, the better that you perform, the higher rank you are going to be. At the very least, if you just participate in each ladder, you are going to be getting at least 2 stars per week. However, if you come in first place for both of your ladders, you can get upwards of 10 stars per week. So if you want to rank up in ranked play, make sure you perform well. And interestingly enough, how you rank in your ladder is dependent on ladder points, which as they state, at the start of each event, by completing a ladder placement match, you will earn a placement bonus, which is 200 points. As they state, event placement bonus 200. And further, every match that you win, you are going to be getting 100 ladder points. However, every match lost, you are going to be losing 61 ladder points. In addition to that, if you do end up quitting matches, you are going to be losing 61 points in addition to a 50-point penalty on top of that 61, which is pretty serious, so you never want to quit matches. And finally, you also are going to be getting daily win bonuses, where every win that you get, you are going to be getting a bonus 20 points up to 100 bonus points, which is equivalent to 5 wins. So just to break it down right from the top, depending on how well you perform in your placement matches will depend on what skill division you are going to be put into. Now, depending on what skill division you're put into, you are going to be put into a ladder. And depending on how well you perform in that ladder, you are going to be getting stars that allow you to increase your rank. And overall, there are 50 ranks in total, as well as 7 different skill divisions. And alright, so in addition to the skill divisions, as well as the ranks and the ladder systems, now let's actually talk about the game modes, maps, as well as restrictions, because naturally, ranked play in this mode is played identically to the official Call of Duty League rule set. So that means the 3 game modes that you are going to be playing in ranked play are CDL Control, CDL Search and Destroy, as well as finally CDL Hardpoint. And naturally, all of these are 4v4 modes instead of 6v6 or 9v9 or 7v7. Naturally, the maps for CDL Control are Gava 2 and Desert Siege. For CDL Search and Destroy, they are Casablanca, Berlin, Hotel Royale, and Desert Siege. For CDL Hardpoint, they're Casablanca, Berlin, Gava 2, and finally Desert Siege. So now let's talk about the restrictions. Interestingly enough, in ranked play, you cannot use the weapons being the M1 Bazooka, Panzerschreck, Whitley, DP-27, Type 11, Einhorn Revolving, Double Barrel, MK11 Launcher, Panzerfaust, Bren, MG42, Combat Shield, Gracie Auto, and the Combat Shotgun. For attachments, you can't use the ZF4 3.5x Rifle Scope, the 1229 Slate 3.25 Custom, the 1913 Variable 4 to 8 times Scope, the Recoil Booster, the MX Silencer, the GF59 Flashlight, the .25 ACP Mags, the M19 4x Flip, the MK12 Night Vision, the SVT40 PU Scope 3 to 6 times, the Mercury Silencer, the Bayonet, the .303 British 45 round magazines, and finally the .45 20 round magazines. And for kill streaks, all of them are restricted except for the Glide Bomb as well as the Strafing Run. For tacticals and lethals, you can't use the Molotov Cocktail, the Thermite, the Incendiary Grenade, the Stim, the Decoy Grenade, the Demolition Charge, the Throwing Knife, the MK5 Gas, or the S-Mine 44. For equipment, you can't use the Tactical Insertion, the Armor Plates, the Field Mic, the Deployable Cover, Dead Drop, Goliath, or Jammer. And for perks, you can't use Ghost, High Alert, Tracker, Overkill, Dauntless, Forward Intel, Piercing Vision, or Tactician. So yeah guys, with that said, that's going to effectively wrap up today's video. I hope you guys went on to enjoy it, and I hope you found it useful. And if you did, do not forget to leave a like on it down below, as well as subscribe and turn on post notifications, so that way you guys will not miss any of the latest and greatest Call of Duty news, class subs, intel, and so much more. So thank you once again for watching. I've been your host, Deeper Jungle, and I hope to see you in the next one.
Paid for that dirt in blood, boys. Nice work.